It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their minds. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show.
Thank you for listening.
760-565-3713, 760-565-3713, or 760-JOKES13. That's the Pelon and Chubby call-in line with your questions and your answers, and we're live.
God, he does that so nice. That's the number you can call in and talk to us and give whatever kind of information you want, or you can text it in on Facebook, or you can, there's a bunch of different ways you can let us know what's going on. But send some hearts, send some whatever, tell us you're listening. And guess what, folks? It's that time again. Hello, and welcome to the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
And we're here every Wednesday, 6, 7, whatever. Close to it, because we care, because we want to be here, because we love you. Without you, we're nobody, and we appreciate you being here, listening to our comedy talk with heart. Tonight, we have a great show for you, Guy. We have a phone-in interview with a great comic from the Bay Area. Now I believe he's living in the Los Angeles area, and he is going to be on the show tonight. And we're going to call him in a few minutes because we're a little late. We had a 7 o'clock time to do the interview.
We're rolling.
Kirk McHenry is coming up. We're going to talk about the comedy scene in San Diego, as promised in our last episode, that we're going to do our
darndest.
Due diligence and
diligence.
find out what's going on in the comedy scene in San Diego, who's coming into town, what professionals are going to be, what shows are worth seeing, and which ones, if you never went inside, you wouldn't be missing anything at all. And then what are great deals that's like, you know what, if I'm not paying a whole lot or I'm not paying anything for the show, it's worth checking out. So this is the Pelon and Chubby Show here at Vista Village Pub in beautiful Vista, California, every Wednesday, 6 to 8-ish, whatever it is. Thank you again for joining in. We're going to get this show rolling. Guy, how's your week been? Haven't seen you in a whole week.
A whole week, man. I miss you.
Yeah.
I missed you a lot, man.
He brought his business ass looking in today.
Got a certain time.
Talking to the old folks about their fucking last...
the last days of Earth, man.
Yeah, whatever. Which ties into something we're going to talk about tonight. My dad dying and how I'm dealing with it and all that. Which I think you'll be surprised by my response. And what I have to say about it. But let me put it like this. Like I told Guy, if I get to the point where somebody's got to wipe my ass and take care of me, somebody please treat me like a horse and put a bullet in me and fucking end it. Thank you. Thank you. Because here's my point. I live my life. 50 years of my life is fine. It's sufficient. I don't want anybody else to... I chose my path. I beat up my body. I did whatever I did. I chose it. So how asshole would it be for me to expect you to give part of your life to take care of me in my shitty years?
Ain't gonna happen.
So guess what? Just put a fucking bullet in my head. Live your life. Enjoy your life. And forget about me. The pain will end in a week or two. Nobody gave a fuck about me when I was here. So why would you think when I'm gone,
a bullet to the
all of a sudden it's going to hurt the heart?
A bullet to
you
the
won't care. Watch. Just go have dinner somewhere, a good dinner with somebody you care about, and you won't even remember I even existed.
It's a worry-free,
Peace out, motherfuckers.
A B-U-L-L-E-T.
So, anyway, we're going to kind of talk about that. That's kind of, so now you kind of get the angle that I'm going to take on this whole thing.
We're spinning it.
So whatever. I did my homework. I got it right here. We're going to talk about in the news. The President Orange was given his State of the Union address the other night.
His SOTU.
Of course, the haters keep on hating.
SOTU.
The other ones that don't give a fuck like us are just like, hey, it's all good. We're still alive.
And we're here.
The economy's doing good. We don't care about anything else.
Does it really matter?
Go ahead. Go.
Okay, topics.
Let's go.
Let's leave Gitmo open for all those people that are going to be vacationing there in a couple of months.
All these people that
it's going to be Trump's
are chirping off about how the inequality. Do they even know where Gitmo is?
Nope.
They have any clue who's there? They have any clue what we're doing there?
Nope.
Fucking educate yourselves, people, before you start chirping in about topics and shit. and telling how upset you are and how terrible things are and how the gays can't suck off each other in fucking public.
Too bad, so sad.
Women aren't running the world, you know, and getting rid of men, you know, hunting us down like fucking deer. So get educated before you start fucking making comments and forming opinions.
Got to get the topics on. You got to get it, you know, you can't just be spouting stuff that you read or heard, because then your knowledge is only 1% of what you read, and that might be just 10%. And that's where we get fake news. I did a little fake news today, too.
What?
I did. I put down, because the NFL, Roger Goodell had his State of the Conference, and his State of the Conference had more coverage than Trump's State of the Union.
You know what I call President Trump, which I don't understand why nobody calls him President Trump anymore.
They call him President Trump.
Fuckers, you need to call him President. No, I just call him Trump.
You call him Trump.
He's President Trump. Yes. He earned it. He won. He earned it.
That's his stripes.
Look, so Roger Goodell, I have a name for him. He is, Trump is the orange man, and Roger Goodell is the dull man.
Dull. He's got a basic sensational look on his face. The basic input for...
You know what he has the look of?
Look of love?
No, like the cat that just ate the mouse thing. He's
like he's escaping with something. He's got some secrets.
Yeah, and he doesn't say shit. You know why?
Why?
He just collects that fucking massive paycheck that he gets every week or every 2 weeks, whatever.
Man.
This massive fucking paycheck that he gets, and he doesn't want to say anything to fuck it off.
Of course
to ruin it. So he stays tight-lipped, doesn't say a word, and just goes to the bank and cashes that thing. 3
things that was raised after his conference was the rules, the regulations, and the things that affected the whole season. They're going to have to go back to basics. They're going to go back. I mean, since he's been commissioner. You
mean play real football?
Real football.
Wow.
They have a credibility issue that they have to deal with.
Exactly.
And they're concerned because McMahon's coming back with his XFL in 2020. So.
XFL! Buy your tickets. I had season tickets for the initial season in San Francisco for the XFL. Vince McMahon. Yeah!
It's going to be something else to have an actual competitive product for the NFL.
Well, they're thinking of changing the name of the NFL to the Pussy FL.
Well...
Because you're not allowed to hit, you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to say anything, you're not allowed to kneel, you're not allowed to... Hello!
Hi!
It took the strongest men in the world, the bravest men, the toughest men, to play a game that not very many people could play as professionals. And we call it the NFL.
And then what happened?
And then Roger Goodell took over and it became the Pussy FL. Don't touch me. Don't hurt me. Please, don't hit me.
If any of this makes sense to you, it doesn't. I just look at the dull sense of expression on Roger's face.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. I'm going to go get my check.
It's all about the money. Let's not get sued.
Nope.
It's all about the money. Let's do
whatever we can. But for a self-regulated conference or self-regulated sport,
right?
They own the monopoly. They take all of that money from the advertisement.
Dude,
they make their storyline.
It's a bazillion-dollar business.
Bazillion.
Way too much money for those fucking slugs to be deciding what to do with it. That's for sure.
Ridiculous.
You know, if they're complaining about getting hit over the head too many times playing, you don't put them in charge of billions of dollars.
Give them pennies.
You find a Jew.
Massive trust. Give them a massive trust to take care
of
to manage the
money. They're only going to steal a portion of it. Any good Jewish accountant's only going to steal a portion where it's not noticeable.
What is that guy?
That's what makes a good accountant. Where you don't know you're getting fucked. Where they take just enough, where you don't realize it.
Lube them up.
They're good. That's how you say, I have a great accountant. What makes him great? Well, he only takes enough where I really don't notice how much he's taking.
My goodness. My gosh.
I am politically incorrect. I am abrasive. I am... Coarse. I am offensive. I am man.
Hear him roar.
Where are our friends of the show, Dilly Dilly?
Amen.
Dilly Dilly, welcome. Friends of the show. In the news, the Orange Man touched on a few items. But, of course, the Democrats are still unhappy with not identifying the most important things in the world right now. They're not acknowledging the illegal aliens that are coming to this country that we're paying for education and all the other purposes, which, think about it, fuckers. Think about it. You're going to work every day, and you're going to, like I made the analysis or the metaphor or whatever. I made the fucking example a few shows ago, right?
You got me. I'm on edge.
About if you're illegal in this country.
Oh, the dreamers. Yeah.
No, well, yeah, whatever, all of them. If you don't have papers, you don't have authorization to be in this country, you don't have an ID to be in this country. Look, it's like, I equate it to this, guy.
I'm listening.
For those that didn't hear it before.
We're listening.
If you're, let's do it like this. If you're 19 years old and you sneak into a bar.
What you gonna do?
And you're underage and you're not supposed to be there.
What you gonna do?
And you're drinking, having fun, partying, right? All of a sudden you decide you don't like how the place is being run. You don't like the music that the DJ is playing. And you start marching up and down the middle of that bar saying you don't like the way things are being done. You go up to the DJ, I don't like the music that you're playing.
Then what you gonna do?
You know what? Just be happy you're in the bar and you're not supposed to be there. That you're underage drinking and having fun and partying. Don't start making noise and walking up to the DJ, walking up to management and saying you don't like the music they're playing, you don't like the way the place is being run. Shut the fuck up and sit there and be happy and be happy that you're allowed there and you have the ability to get up there and get a drink, that you have the ability to be in there and maybe hook up with a white chick that's going to sponsor you and keep you and allow you to stay in this country, motherfucker.
That's what
be
you
smart. Stop being so fucking stupid. You got out of that shithole, yeah? I'm using the Trump reference, shithole country. You got out of there and now you're here. Don't start shit. Be smart. Allow yourself to stay here. That's the thing. If you guys wouldn't have been making noise in the first place and starting all this bullshit, then it wouldn't even be an issue.
Would not be a problem.
We wouldn't even be having the conversation because nobody would know you were here. You'd just be cutting the grass, cleaning the house, and be like, fucking, yeah, Julio's done. Let's pay the motherfucker. And then none of the white people wouldn't even have bothered because they don't give a fuck about you. But now you started making noise and I got rights. I should be able to go to school for free. No, you don't. You don't. You came here illegally. And I don't even care. I'm 100% Latino. I'm not this fucking white asshole that's telling you you're a piece of shit. No. I'm just telling you, you came here illegally. You have no rights. Zero. You want rights? Go back to your shithole country. They give you rights there.
We can process you if you do the due process.
And I understand.
File the paperwork.
And I've said before.
Change your status.
I don't believe anybody should be sent out of this country that's already here. The game is over. Because look, I got here. You didn't catch me. Game over. Game over. Okay? But I don't believe anybody should be sent back. But at the same time, don't start chirping that you have rights, motherfuckers. You don't.
Like a video game. Just because you got here, you made to the goal. Don't mean you get a free life.
Just be happy you're here. Be quiet. Ellos saying, what do they say? ¿Qué secreto?
¿Qué secreto?
And fucking nobody will bother you. But once you start fucking doing all this chirping, I have rights. No, hijo de puta, you don't have rights. Just fucking sit there and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay? And let the orange man do his fucking best to not, keep... It's a long story. MS-13 fucked it up for a lot of people. Hey, fuckers, I'm here, but I'm not talking shit.
Not today.
Like necessarily.
I don't need to
Don't come down here and shoot up the motherfucking place. But, yeah.
Good Lord.
So you remember that whole take on it?
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, did anybody else?
No new bodies. My son, Andrew Murray's watching, checking it out. Man, get your face out the camera. Get back over here. We got a hot one to do tonight, man. We got a hot one tonight. Holy mackerel, we got a hot one tonight. This is dope. You got some people?
George, what's up, my oh, shit, everybody's in today. Keep on watching this thing a while. We got a phone interview in a second. Are they going to be able to hear it?
No, they won't be able to hear. Let's go. Tick tock, tick tock. We're over here on the clock, baby. Let's go. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Who's there?
We got.
All right.
We're on the clock, baby.
Will Elliott. What's up, NASCAR? How's the number 43 running? That's Kyle Petty sitting in. Will Elliott sitting in for Kyle Petty this week on. All right, I'm sorry.
We're on the clock, man.
All right, let's go.
We got.
Let's
this.
go. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook land. We have an interview tonight with who's it with? Kirk McHenry. Fucking Kirk. Don't get all weird, fucker. I know. Kirk McHenry. We got him on.
Call him out.
Huh?
Call him out.
All right, we're dialing for dollars right now. Hey, sorry, Facebook people, but you're not going to be able to hear this interview. But you can tune into the podcast on every different source possible. You can tune into and you'll be able to hear the interview.
Hope he recognizes our number and we'll answer.
Oh, shit. What do you call from 760?
Dave Allgood checking it out, making it laugh. Ha.
Thanks for calling. You've reached Kirk. Sorry I can't get to the phone, but if you'd be so kind and leave name, number, a brief message, I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thanks for calling. Peace and God bless.
Kirk.
Hey, Kirk, this is not a bill collector, man. Answer the phone. We're trying to do the interview live on the air. So, yeah, pick it up if you can. We're going to do this. Call us back, whatever. We'll call you back in a minute, but pick it up. Yeah, it's not the cable company, fucker, right? All right, so we're trying to get them on the line. Tonight, as promised, we might as well jump into. We got anything else in the news? Is there anything going on?
Well, in the news, a train loaded with a bunch of GOP representatives hit a trash truck. Now, sadly,
good call.
Driver passed
Well, hold
away.
on.
Okay.
Hold on. This is good because, this is how sensational the news is. The news reports that there's a train that crashes into an automobile or truck or whatever. But they don't say, and they say one person died. But they don't give you any more than that because they want you to tune into the thing.
Yeah.
But I was making an educated guess. And I'm like, let's see. Train versus car.
Not news.
One person died.
It's not news.
I'm going to go ahead and say the person in the truck
Must have died.
probably died. Because truck versus train. Yeah. Oh, who's this?
That's him. Yeah,
On my phone?
I got him.
So, yeah, that's pretty good. Uh-oh. We're losing all our Facebook people.
Kirk.
You got it?
Hello?
Hey, Kirk. How you doing, buddy?
All right, what's going on?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me all right?
Who's this? Who's this?
This Rick.
Rick. Oh, man, your number didn't come. Your name didn't come up. What's happening?
No, I know because we call him from our Pelon and Chubby
Podcast, man.
podcast number, radio number, all that stuff. This is the live on the air show. Hey, just to bring you on properly because everybody that comes on our show gets a proper introduction. And when we do our shows on stage, as you know, you've done many with me, you always get the proper introduction. So let me give you that before we start getting into all the info and all that stuff. But you're live on the air right now. Hey, people out there listening on Facebook Live, on the podcast, on YouTube Live, everywhere across America, we're fortunate enough to have tonight one of the godfathers of comedy, I call him anyway, and all the rest of them fucking died. But he's one of the godfathers of comedy up in the Bay Area. He travels all across the country, entertains a troupe across the pond. This guy is an all-around good guy and one of my favorites of all time. Please help me welcome to the Pelon and Chubby Show, the one, the only, Kirk McHenry. All right, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on our show, man. Hey, it's been a long time since I seen you, dog.
Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. How you been?
We're good. We've been doing this show. We've been doing some of the comedy shows and stuff, but we've kind of just dedicated our life and purpose and everything to getting on the air and being heard by millions across the country. And that's our whole goal in life, man, is to get our word heard across the country. So I'm here. I'm Rick, me, Rick Salas. I go by Pelon on this show. And my co-host here is Guy Murray. He's known as Chubby. So I just want to introduce you to him there.
What's up, big guy?
What up, Chubby? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I've been hearing some good things. I watched your clip. Rick gave you that proper intro, man. He says it shows much love, and you do represent, dude, up there, man. Appreciate what you got going on.
Hey, man, Rick is my dude, man. Me and Rick go back, what, about 10 plus years?
At least. I think we're 8 years on Facebook. Hey,
yeah, man.
But you know what? They don't count our MySpace years. Like, we retired. We got pension from MySpace.
Man, I forgot all about MySpace.
we got 20 years served on MySpace.
Yeah. I was doing shows for Rick. Oh, man. Long time. Always been a good dude. Always had good shows, man. And I'm looking forward to coming doing your show down here because I'm living in Southern Cal now.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff here. Hey, I know you're doing some church shows and stuff, and I got a bunch of them down here that we can blow up. And then we got some other shows. We're gonna start the Pelon and Chubby tour kind of thing down here in SoCal, and get the radio show, the podcast, and our comedy shows, and we're gonna shoot those things live. And we'll have a couple thousand viewing, and then we'll have people, coming out to the shows. But it's going to be great. Hey, one thing we got to clear up real quick though. Is it even your birthday, man?
No, my birthday was on the 22nd.
Okay,
damn, a whole week later.
Hey, I put it on there, and I'm like the birthday boy, right? And I'm like, hey, is it even his birthday?
It's outside of the whole week too.
It was last week. I'm still celebrating. I'm still accepting gifts, though.
Well, I know you're one of those motherfuckers that takes the whole month.
Oh no! I take no. I don't take a month. I take up until June.
Oh, okay. I like that. I'm accepting gifts until June. I don't want anybody to feel that they missed out.
I heard that. Give the crowd where you registered at, dog.
Man,
you got a registry at Target. He's at Baby Gap. Where else you get registry at, man?
Oh no, I'm registered at my bank. Just
cash. Just cash.
Yeah, don't buy me a fucked up gift. I'll decide.
Cash, yeah. Gift cards, you can keep those. Just the cash.
I don't believe in taking stuff back. Just take cash.
Okay. Yeah, that's time I don't have set aside. Returning shit for cash.
Oh man.
And then they look at you like you're a crackhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Rick, man.
Go ahead.
I still keep up with a lot of the people that I used to do shows with you, man. Me, Manny Maldonado.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, man. I can't even name all the people. You guys, if everybody out there that can hear me, if you, man, support my man Rick in his shows because Rick has given help to some of the hottest comics out there right now. He has helped myself and a lot of other people in getting our careers off the ground. And I mean, never told us no, never, made us beg to get on stage. He just would see us one time or either somebody would recommend us. And Rick was like, hey, you good? That's good for me. So let's do it. And always been a class dude, man. I
appreciate that, Kirk. And, I don't ever say nothing about what I've done in the past and all that stuff. I don't bring up all the name drop and all that stuff. But one thing I will say, this comedy world has taken an evil turn. And I have always paid everybody that's done any of my shows. Nobody has ever worked for free.
Oh, yeah.
And that was one of my beliefs a long time ago when I first started. Everybody gets paid. If I'm getting paid, everybody gets paid. And this whole comedy scene is, like I said, is taking an evil turn. People do not put in their due time and expect everything in the world, man. And so that part of it angers me a little bit,
I mean, a lot of the new guys, they don't want to put in the work. They want they want to just jump right in and doing these shows where people are flying you out and putting you up. And I'm like, man, it don't work like that, man. You got to put in your work. Like Linnell told me years ago, there's no way around it in this business. You got to pay your dues. And
that's it.
I mean, and to be honest with you, paying your dues is a lot of the fun in this, like doing the long road trips with other comics. Driving to other states and, the stories that you guys have and all that stuff. So, I mean, I enjoy paying my dues. I'm still paying my dues to a certain extent, but, I'm a lot further along than I was, back when we first met, back when we used to come to your shows, probably like 8 comics deep in like a Chevy Chevette.
Hey, it's funny because it's not just paying your dues. There's a lot of other stuff that comes along with it. Like when you started in the business, Kirk, were you handed a rule book?
Was I handed what?
Were you handed a rule book? in the business? When you first started, did somebody come up and physically hand you a rule book?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
No.
That's what putting in your time gives you. You learn respect.
Yeah.
You learn the etiquette. You learn all the stuff that goes along with this business. You learn that you don't do time after the headliner. You learn that you don't talk shit about other comics, you know?
Yeah, no, my thing was, one, is I'm not that type of person. That's number one. But two, the way that I got the playbook handed to me, in a sense, was when other comics who were further along than me, and I knew I wanted to get where they already were, I used to just shut my mouth and listen to when they would talk. And I would just, just be happy that I was included, even to be around a conversation with a Linnell or a Daniel Dugar or, all these guys who are so far ahead of me and who are already doing TV and going overseas and stuff like that. So I just sat back and just absorbed everything that they were saying. And then I just used common sense and, the fact that I know how I like to be treated, and I treated people the way I wanted to be treated. That was my whole thing.
Right. No, and it's true, man. You learn baptism by fire, man. You go out there, and sometimes you're gonna have somebody say something to you that you think is a little rough or whatever, but you need to just sit there and shut up and listen to what they're saying because they're there for a reason.
If you don't have tough skin,
it ain't for you. That's for sure. Hey, tell everybody what you got going on, what's going on in Kirk McHenry. We got your website posted online, how they can see you, how they can contact you.
Go to my website. My website is www.kirkmchenry.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter also at Kirk McHenry. There
you go. So if you want to see Kirk McHenry, go to kirkmchenry.com. You'll see all his videos. Yeah. You'll see everything. You'll see upcoming shows, right? You got everything posted on there, where you're going to be and what you're doing?
Yeah, all my dates are on there, man.
There you go. And he's going to be coming down to SoCal, down to San Diego, and tearing it up. We're going to be going to the churches and turning them, what do they call it? Whatever, man. He's going to be going he's going to be going over there, and we're going to tear it up.
Rick gets so excited.
I get pumped up about this mess, man.
I can't wait to do a show with you again, Rick, man. You still my man.
I appreciate that. Maybe you can come on the show, man, live here,
Definitely.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Definitely, man. Just let me know. I gotta go up to the Bay. I got a bunch of shows in the Bay, and then I'm performing at the I got a weekend at the Sacramento Punchline.
There you go.
But I'll be back after that. I'll be more than happy to come on after that.
Hey, half of the people that we got listening to this show are all from the Bay Area. So if you get a chance, when are you going to be up at the Bay Area?
I'll be in the Bay Area. I have a show at a place called Lena's in Oakland on February 8th. And then I got a couple private shows up there for birthday parties. But I'll be at the Sacramento Punchline February 14th through the 17th.
So Valentine's Day, February 14th through the 17th at the Punchline in Sacramento. Check out Kirk McHenry. Hey, Kirk, I'm telling everybody on Facebook Live because they can't hear the interview because it's done through the computer. So it's only going to be on the podcast. So February 14th, Valentine's Day, fuckers, get out to the Punchline in Sacramento off of Arden there. It's a great venue. Kirk McHenry's going to be there. It's a great show for couples. You'll have a blast. If not, he'll give you all your money back. Just go out and see him. All right,
hey, Rick, I'm going to be in contact with you.
All right,
I'm going to hit you up
man.
when I come back from the Bay.
All right, hey, appreciate you being on. I know it's your birthday, dog, so go out and have fun. Hey, it's been our pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Man, thanks for having me, and you guys keep doing your thing, man.
You got it. We'll see you, man. We've had Kirk McHenry on tonight, people. Thank you. It's been a great interview. Tune in. That's the kind of people we're going to be having coming on the show. He's up in the Bay Area doing his shows. He comes down here he lives in L.A., and now he's going to be coming down to San Diego. And he gave me a lot of love there,
Too much.
There's a lot of comics that down here in San Diego have no idea what I've done or what I do, and I don't care to share it with them, honestly. But that interview there gives you an idea of what the comics up there thought of me. So why down here I get so much hate, and what do they so much shade thrown at me? That's a good word for me, huh?
Yeah.
I'm old and I use the shade. All this shade thrown at me, And you motherfuckers have no clue. This is coming from a real comedy scene in San Francisco. Whatever.
It's cool.
That's all good. So I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but wake the fuck up.
All right, Joe, let's get into this list on these clubs and upcoming shows.
All right.
Who done it? Who's doing it?
Like we
What
talked about, we're going to make our comments, our thoughts about shows coming to Orange County, which is the only club really, South Orange County, is the first one we're going to go is Irvine Improv.
Irvine Improv.
Tonight, it's too late to get there probably, but Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Great comic, is 30th and 31st. I didn't call the Improv, so I don't know what they're doing as far as booking people on their calendar, but I'll tell you what, they got people, big names, doing 2 days at a time up there, midweek and weekend.
Yep.
So it's probably worth checking out.
They're doing big things.
So let me give you an idea. Bill Burr, 31st, okay? If you want to go the 2nd and 3rd, which is the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Dana Carvey, the only Saturday Night Live
Big
alum.
ticket.
Dana Carvey, $45, people.
$45, worth
You know
it.
what? Worth it. Nice venue, great comic, worth it. So check out. And then the week after that, I think he's midweek. I didn't look at it up close, but David Spade. Very, very good show.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
So that will be whatever. Anyway, Dana Carvey, first show sold out, but you can catch him on the second show, Saturday night. All right, so moving down the I-15, going to Riverside County at the beautiful Pachanga Hotel and Resort. All right, let me put this politely.
Here we go.
Pachanga is going to be February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Tickets are $18, which seems to be a new popular number, $18. Okay. There are some management companies in Hollywood that book a lot of comics to fill their roster.
Right.
And they're the bottom of the totem pole. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're the ones that get replaced by the bigger names that they sign on. Right? So they sign a deal with Pachanga, obviously. And the deal is that they book all their comics and they give them a deal and whatever. And they're all okay, but they're definitely not national headlining material. So for $18, if you happen to be at Pachanga already, all right, whatever. If you can get your casino host to comp you for the show, good deal. If you got to pay the $18, it's probably cheaper to go to the comedy show and pay the $18 and buy drinks than to sit out on the floor in the casino and lose your ass.
Hey, but you validate your parking if you go to the
Right.
show.
And go out there. You can go out there and have your $500 cheeseburger if you want.
Yeah.
Or go watch a little comedy and laugh. Because I'm sure they're not getting booked and they're not funny. Like you're going to laugh.
Any
But-
names that we know or any?
No, absolutely. Okay, Sean Tweedley. Go ahead and Google him, look him up. Sean Tweedley.
At the Pachanga.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Some of the unknown names are actually funnier than the big name comics. So don't let it deter you completely, but I'm not promising you anything.
$18.
$18.
Validate your parking.
All right, so moving back down the 15, crossing over the 163, down to Kearney Mesa. We have the Comedy Palace, also known as the Greek restaurant during the day, room 1 and 2. As usual, the tickets are $20 to $25. There's 2 shows a night, and it's the same retreads every fucking night. What?
Not the same retreads.
Huh?
Show rotation. They got some rotation.
But there's no national headliner coming. It's the same guys, maybe getting paid, maybe a collection bucket out front. But I hope they're getting paid. Let me just put it like that. All right, so these are local comics that maybe get paid there, maybe not get paid anywhere else. I don't know. If Zoltan's there, he's legit. Right? So here's my thing. If they're getting paid, I hope the comics are getting paid because they're charging $20 to $25. At least pay the fucking comics if you're not going to bring a national headliner in for $20 to $25. Because Dana Carvey's $45, and some of the other ones I'm going to go over are $25 or roughly. They're bringing in national headliners. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to be a shit show. I'm just saying.
I would just give them some credence for the shows that they do put on. They did the Brown Lives Matter. Brown Lives Matter was a Hindu Indian show comedians, local and even LA comedians that are actually deep in the Indian community.
So there are some decent shows to be seen there.
So yeah, and so they do give the smaller one-off shows more opportunities to shine on their stage. In the Comedy Palace, they build.
I'm just disappointed that they're doing a Comedy Palace showcase for $25.
That showcase has built up. It's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
You're charging that kind of money and it's just a showcase of local comics?
They give them some love.
Well, I know. No, I appreciate the local comics getting work if they're getting paid. If they're getting paid. That's the key. All right, moving down to downtown, American Comedy Company. This weekend from New York, I watched this clip.
Oh, yeah.
A little dry for me. $18 again. 7:30 show, 9:30 show. Here's the thing. I don't know the name, but New York comics, there's a lot of them. I don't know all of them. Noah Garden Schwartz. Noah Garden Schwartz.
And the ticket price again?
$18.
Okay.
2 shows, Saturday, Friday, 2 shows Saturday. You know, watch this video and see what you think. For $18, not me, but
not me. Hashtag.
Not me. Hashtag not me. But maybe you. Maybe me too. You. All right. So let's see. Here's one I just threw in. It's not going to be on our normal rotation. February 16th. It doesn't even go with the dates, but I'm just throwing it in there. It's Winston's and OB.
Great show.
And the only reason I put it in there is because Alan Henderson, good guys.
He's a friend of the show. He's
a friend of the show, Dilly Dilly.
He contributes to the San Diego scene.
But Ron Jeremy Tour, the Ron Jeremy Comedy Tour.
With Dante.
Is coming through February 16th. There's a whole slew of comics, way too many for my taste, but there's a whole bunch of them on the Ron Jeremy Comedy Tour. I don't think, it's $10. When I was telling you about values, I tell you shows to see, shows not to see, and what's a great deal. This is probably a very good deal at $10. This is probably a Friday night must see. Ron Jeremy.
You might do with those tickets you get from Valentine's Day,
even
or the extra money, the kiss me money.
Right. Even if Ron Jeremy sucks his own dick, it's okay.
It's worth.
Because there's plenty of other comics that will pick up the slack. So I don't know how good he is in comedy, but it doesn't matter.
It's been hilarious. His last show was
right.
Yeah, he's funny.
So moving across towards the ocean a little bit, the Madhouse Comedy Club, Horton Plaza. Everybody knows my feelings on that place.
Just keep it straight. What's on
the
paper,
give
man?
it.
What you took? What you look? What you saw?
So ticket price is $15 to $30. 7:30 show. What I like about this one is the 18 and over. So it opens it up to younger folks to go out and see live comedy, support live comedy. So that's kind of cool. Date night, 18, 19 years old.
There we go.
For a comedy show is pretty cool.
Get your finger
and
wet.
they happen to have a good comic coming through. He's a local comic. You can see him probably for less money other places. But if you happen to be in that area, that neck of the woods, it's a good buy. Paul Ogata.
Oh.
Paul Ogata, very seasoned comic. Very, very funny. I've enjoyed his show many times. He's with Taylor Tomlinson. 1 out of 2 is good.
Taylor is coming on pretty good, and she's on a couple of good shows. She's on that 16th show with the Ron Jeremy.
Paul Ogata's there.
Paul Ogata.
That's the ticket seller. He's going to be making $1.5 million. She's going to be making less than $1,000. Paul Ogata sells tickets. Sorry. Too soon. For some of you smarter people that got that reference, good for you.
Good
for you.
Good
some of you dumb
you.
fucks, have somebody drive you around. We don't need you behind the wheel.
Show the signs.
All right, so another couple of notables that are going to be on that show. Ryan Hicks.
Great stuff.
Joe Cincalito.
Good stuff.
I'm probably
Joe Cincalito.
fucking up his name. Right, Cincalito?
Yeah.
So there's like 8 people on that show. So if 1 or 2 suck, go with the averages is probably okay to go to. Yeah, so I would give that a sideways thumb with partially up for Paul Ogata. All right, moving on. La Jolla Comedy Store in February 1st through the 3rd. Tickets are $10 to $20. Thursday's show is at 8 p.m. Friday, 7:30, 9:45. Saturday, 7:30 and 9:45. And I'll tell you what, I was introduced to this guy on an HBO or Showtime special and was pleasantly surprised. And not because of him, because of me not being exposed to him. But pleasantly surprised. I would pay the $20 if I paid for tickets. I would pay the $20 to go to his show at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Steve Byrne.
Yes, sir.
Steve Byrne. He's
Big shout out
a
Steve Byrne.
Asian mix of some sorts. Very funny. A definite must-see. Hit up the Comedy Store in La Jolla. Buy your tickets in advance. Could get sold out. But I would rate that as probably, other than going up to the Improv in Irvine and paying $45, I would say Steve Byrne at the Comedy Store in La Jolla is probably the show of San Diego for the weekend.
And what weekend is that again?
He is there February 1st through the 3rd.
Let's get out there to see that one.
So support live comedy. Go to these comedy clubs. You know what? Just my opinion, guys' opinion on these shows isn't gospel, but it's pretty fucking good. So if you have the desire to see live comedy, hit up the one closest to your house or go see the one you've heard of and that you like or whatever. But Steve Byrne, probably the pick of the week for me.
Pick of the week. Yeah. Pick of the week.
So this has been your comedy preview by the Pelon and Chubby Show. Hopefully it's helped. Hopefully you'll thank us for sending you to the right show. But we're going to continue this. We're going to try and branch out into L.A., San Francisco, and maybe across the whole nation where we'll review the shows that we think are worthwhile for you to go check out. We'll do the homework for you. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that, man. That was a good little scene.
Yeah.
Now, can we get into your dad?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to talk about the last years of your life, and I'm kind of going through it with my dad. My dad is I don't know. I think it's probably going to be his last birthday.
When is that?
His birthday is February 5th.
Okay.
So we might tie it into the Super Bowl and have it at my place. I don't know. But it's tough because my thing, like, I don't go to funerals. I don't do that part of life. My thing is, like, you know, people die. Animals die.
Plants die.
I'm a little insensitive to the whole thing. People take it tough. And, you know, I hear, like, your grandfather, your grandmother, dad, mom died, aunt, uncle. Like, how old were they? 90 years old? Well, come on, man.
Life,
I mean,
man.
90 years old, like, you didn't see it coming for the last 15 years? Like, people only started living this long for a little while now. So you didn't see it, you didn't anticipate it, you didn't prepare yourself for it.
And you didn't do anything to get some cherished moments with them.
Like, you know what? Like,
they're
maybe
holding on.
I cry for like 5 minutes or something, but then I'm good.
I'm a heartless boob.
You know, and maybe I'm an asshole for it, but whatever, you know. But the thing with my dad is I know he's dying. I'm accepted of it. It's going to happen. But I didn't know that in those few years that they become so needy that I have to, like, be the cook, be the fucking maid. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem taking care of my dad. My mom took care of me when I was young, you know. And so, I mean, I understand the giving back. I would never put him in like a nursing home or whatever. But it's a little harder than I thought, you know, being like fucking ordered around for the pillow, cook me something, give me some tea, you know, fluff my pillow. It's more than I anticipated. Let me just say that, you know, and it's hard for me because I have some feelings, not a lot of feelings, but I have some feelings about how we grew up. I have feelings like honestly, I'll tell you the truth. When my dad dies, I got to pay to bury him. A lot of people in life, when their parents die, they're left something. They're left a house, some inheritance, something. No. When mine dies, I got to pay for them to be buried. That's their life. But I can say I'm slightly disappointed in their preparation. for their kids. And if they hear this, whatever, they hear it, it's fine. But I'm just saying, like, think about your kids, people. If you have kids and you're planning your life later in life, do some planning for your kids. Don't be a selfish motherfucker. Plan for your kids. Make sure that they're taken care of when you leave. Think about it. Plan. Don't be that guy or girl or woman that just does for themselves and doesn't think about their kids. Plan a little bit. Make their life comfortable later on.
I provide estate planning services.
Yeah.
If you need some guidance,
That will help you do all that.
work with your will, set up a revocable trust, build up some sort of plan for
Right.
your people.
Which, if they have money and stuff, that's
Even
good.
if they
can
don't,
plan.
I can help them plan.
Right.
I can.
My thing
properly
is
protect.
giving up on fucking life and quitting. When you do that, you're not quitting on yourself. You're quitting on your kids.
Yeah,
you're quitting on your family. That's where I have issue with it. I had a terrible dream the other night, guy.
You dream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them are a little sexual, but I had a dream
Okay.
the other night, and it disturbed me. And I don't think I should have dreams like this.
Okay.
But it bothered me a little bit. And it flashed to my dad's funeral. The part where I get up and say something.
Yeah, okay.
Like the eulogy kind of thing, but
Okay.
say profound things, good things about my dad. And I got up there, and all I could think of, and I saw myself saying it. I said to everybody out there looking at me, family and friends, I said, I learned a long time ago, probably from somebody else's mom, not even my own, somebody else's mom, that if you don't have anything kind to say, don't say anything at all. And I walked out the stage and went and took my seat
Wow.
at my dad's funeral.
Now, I've done coverage. I've videotaped. I've spoken. Death is not. I get somber. I do get a little respective, and I do hold it together. And people say, how do you feel? How do you feel? I do feel for the loss of life. But I want to say something respectful. I want to say something memorable, honorable. He represented the family. He did this. He did that. So I'll find some of the kinder things to say. But it's like...
But do you say it if you don't mean it?
Oh, it's heartfelt. I get as much as I can in that moment for the preparation of what I've got to say. I've collected some thoughts. I've talked. I've interviewed. Maybe if I didn't fully experience a long life with them, I do have something to say. So
I mean, everybody can always use the canned responses.
I've got.
The what do they call those? When you're doing an interview, like in sports, when they're doing an interview and it's like those, it's just good to get another win. We're just taking it game by game.
Game by game. This is for my friends.
What are they called?
This is for the team. Yeah, the camaraderie ones.
No, there's a word for it.
And I'm going to use your words,
There's
Tor.
a-
I can't.
What is the word?
Yeah,
What is the
I'm
word
lost on
for
that
it?
one.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a word that people use for that, and it's not like the typical, but I can't even think of the word.
Shout out for the word.
Somebody tell me the word. What is it called? What is it? But there's a word for it. I don't know what it is. I can't think of it at the time right now, but it's that canned response. So do you do it? Do you like say the polite, the proper thing, or do you say what you really think?
I can't.
Or do you not say anything at all?
I say what I have to say. Do you feel? Are you seriously feeling the moment? Do you want to pay respect? Do you want to give your all, your one and ones to the person and the family to show your ultimate respect? I have that gone. And then I retreat into my world of solace. And they say I'm heartless. I have no soul. I don't care. I don't feel, but life is respectful. Life is, I think this existence is one place and one plane, and your time here is well spent.
I think the proper thing is just not to say anything.
Don't say any of that. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. That's life lesson for you.
Don't even say that.
Oh! Yeah. I feel you.
So, was there anything we needed to cover? Did anybody else? Kathy's put something, I don't know what she said. Can you see it?
No, it didn't. It's only to you, not to the...
See right there? Can you see what it says? My eyes are terrible. I didn't bring my glasses. I should have brought my glasses. You guys would probably laugh if you saw me in my glasses.
It's horrible.
How are we doing on time?
We're 2 minutes out. I hate doing that, but...
How much do we got recorded?
An hour?
Okay. As long as we get an hour in, we're fine. So 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
This is the 2 minute?
At the NBA games, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Or last call for alcohol, folks. Last call for alcohol.
So hopefully everybody's enjoyed themselves. I have been kicking around the idea, Guy, and I haven't run it by you, so I might as well put you on the spot right here.
Here we go.
I've been thinking about running this 2 days a week.
I don't know.
Something to ponder.
I don't know.
We'll think about it.
Where are we going to do it
We're here on
from?
Wednesdays.
Where are we going to do what other day?
Whatever works. Sunday
Wow.
night.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Football season's over. We're going to have something to do to suck
Sunday
in on
nights?
Sunday nights?
I don't know. We'll kick it around. We'll let you know. You'll be the first to know.
You'll be the first to hold.
But I've just been kicking around. We're still looking for to add 2 people to this mess.
Cover commentators.
The studio at the house is probably a good month away, but it is in full effect. Construction has started. It will be the man cave, the future home of Pelon and Chubby. It is going to be the shit.
It's going to be tight.
Wait till you see it. It's going to be good. Good. It's going to be fun. We're going to be right there. Guy's going to have his cherry Pepsi. I'm going to have a kegerator with 805. I haven't even mentioned tonight 805, the beer of choice.
Talk about the 805.
805 from Firestone. One of my favorite beers. Firestone's in Venice Beach. I checked it out. We're going to get a kegerator there. It's $175 for a 15 or 13.5 gallon keg. But we're going to do it. We're going to use the business account. Charge it. But we're going to have 805 flowing from the kegs from the new home of Pelon and Chubby in the garage in the studio. It's going to be sick, man. We're going to do the floor.
That's going to be
Bro,
sick.
it's going to be nice,
Really
man.
nice.
It's going to be professionally done. And here's the thing. In a lot of my ventures in life, Guy, and you can attest to this because you know, you've run into this. A lot of the ventures that I've been involved in, all that stuff, is like, go ahead and do whatever little whatever you're doing to entertain yourself, but make sure it doesn't cost any money or very much money, right?
Yes.
So the old lady told me, she said, go ahead and build your studio downstairs, but make it plush.
Woo!
Make it first class. Make it nice. So she gave the green light to make it nice. She said, make it really nice. Man, I think I almost nutted.
Brought a tear to my eye.
I'll tell you what, man. She gave the green light to make it plush. That's all I need. That's all I need, man.
Be all right.
We are going to make it nice, people. When you see our first broadcast from there, you're going to be like, damn, that looks good. And we're going to allow some people to come and hang out. I'm going to build a bathroom so you don't actually go into my house.
Uh-oh. Kathy said something. She goes, See what Mama said.
Hey, it's good, man. So it's going to be cool. And then June's going to start his show. I wanted to have him on tonight, but maybe we'll have him on next week. So he's going to start his show. The Wannabe Lawyers is going to be debuting. I'm looking for names for the show for me and June and I. What's the proper, whatever. I'm looking for names for the show. And I was like, the dicks of comedy, but that's a little rough. He's only 4 years old. Big Dick and Little Dick.
No, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. Rick and Rich, or Rick and June.
Rick and June.
Rick and June. June and Rick.
June and Rick, but because he's going to
put
be
him first.
He
June and Rick.
June and Rick. That'll be nice. So, you think you want to go down
June
and
and
check?
Dad? Do they even need my name? It's about him.
It's going to be his show. Let him,
June and Dad.
let him name it. Like, he'll might say Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Something. It'll be nice.
All right. So we'll let June name it. Or if you guys can come up with some like crazy name that works.
Name Kathy.
Yeah, so it's June, 4 years old, me, and we're just going to talk about crazy stuff. Because June's a fucking madman. So it'll be fun. Obviously, there's not going to be any swearing, other than if there's any swearing, it's going to be him.
June's going to be laying down the wood.
But we're going to keep it clean so the family can watch.
It'll be great.
So, it's Wednesday. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
And I'm Guy Murray.
Chubby. And we are the Pelon and Chubby Show here weekly, soon to be bi-weekly, maybe. So we love you. We're happy to be here. You make us. We will be here as long as you want us here. Please subscribe. Be a sponsor. What do they call it on there?
Patron, yeah.
Go to, what is that, Podbean?
Go
Be
to
a patron.
Pelon and Chubby.
Give us a little cash so we can update the equipment. So we can pay for the studio in-house. Pay for the 805 beer until they start paying for it.
Now, you said you found them up north where?
They're in Venice Beach.
Oh, okay, because I thought it was a little bit further north.
Firestone. They have a place up in Venice. I don't know.
Is it Firestone Haggard or Haggerty or something like that?
Firestone, what is it?
Haggerty or Haggard something.
Firestone something.
Brewery.
Yeah.
Huh.
They have a place in Venice. I don't know if it's even further up, but I'm going to get in contact with them, see if we can get a little sponsorship.
Yeah.
A little Obama money.
Some big bucks, baby bucks, little bucks, some bucks.
Well, hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Hopefully we've been interesting. If not, try it again next week. Maybe
we never know.
Maybe something will strike you.
Yeah.
So this is the Pelon and Chubby Show. We are happy to be here. We'll be here next week. Hopefully you'll be here with us. Until we meet again, you are friends of the show. Dilly dilly. See ya!
Good night, everybody.